Violence are all the actions that can hurt a person in physical or psychological way. There are two types of violence: the objective violence and the subjective violence. The first one is when it's systematic and symbolic, that don't have a clear perpetrator, and the subjective violence have a clear agent of action. Violence sometimes have a legal and or ethical justification when it's about to save another life or to avoid a bigger problem. But on the other hand, the use of violence have the only objective of scourge a person or community.
In Colombia, denying knowing a victim of the internal conflict is impossible, because any person can be a victim, an indirect or direct one. The 5 young people killed by the army are the direct victims of the crimes. However, the families are also victims of these horrible events. With the testimonies, families show the injustice that is present in the country. How the army that is supposed to protect and help use the intention of people that want to help their families to trick them with false opportunities, for then make them victims of another's war. However, the families use this in our favor, because victims tell people the Colombian reality through their experience, for make conscious that the violence have different origins, can affect anyone in any moment, and there is responsibility of us to stop this reality and make justice for what happened in the past.
I think that the violence doesn't affect the principal victims but also the indirect victims. So it is a problem that involves the family and friends of the victim. Doesn't matter if the violence is subjective or objective. You are affecting the life of the near ones, and that could make case of revenge, which means more blood, or simplifying, that could make hard feelings to the near one. According to the false positive, we think that the doer ones affect these people taking advantage of the poorness situation and violate their rights and make their people suffer, which we see as totally wrong and that we must change. People must decline these violent acts, and in order to do that, people show others their respect.
Violence cases is a way in which, in this case, Soacha suffer a lot. Young people being murdered is the perfect way to lose hope in society, in justice, and in politics. It is very sad to see this happening in such a beautiful country as Colombia. The false positives are the result of the undiscriminated war between the army and the illegal armed forces, and it is truly very moving to watch the news and hear something like the assassination of 5 teenagers cheated to death and accused of being bandits. It is not fair that people who commit these kind of acts keep living. That's why we have to push the government towards an improvement in the justice and the sentence. And that is the only way society is going to understand the consequences of quiet acts. And this may decrease the rate of violence. Just and only just we as a country invest and bet it all on the education system. That's our only way out.